Okay, and we're live with the Google Hangout, everybody. Welcome, Mike, to our guests on the panel for the Advertising Pays. My name is Dennis Cole, and I'd like to welcome everybody on the call for My Advertising Pays. We've got a fantastic Google Hangout going to be going ahead with some really great guests that are going to be on. And basically, I'm going to be monitoring the call, and hopefully we can hear everybody and see each other clearly. On this Google Hangout, we'll be asking some of the top leaders in the United States on how m.a.p is working in the USA and what they're doing to help build their teams and businesses. And I'd also like to thank our panel of guests who are from the UK and in America. So welcome to you all, and I hope that we're all going to learn some useful information and strategies along on the way. Tonight we actually have on the panel Mr. Richard Mead, Natalia Petra, Peter Lee, Ron Smith from America, Frank Calabra Jr. from America, and Mark Rebell from America as well. And to get things underway, I'd like to introduce our main speaker, which is Mr. Simon Stepsis. Now, Simon is currently the top recruiter in My Advertising Pays worldwide right now with over 3,369 team members. And Simon will be asking questions from the panel about their successes and how they've been building their businesses. So Simon, I'd love to hand it over to you, and welcome everybody.
Okay, thanks for that great introduction, Dennis. Just a quick introduction, just so you know where I'm from. I've been a business owner for over 20 years, and I've been showing people how to make money online since 1997. I was actually online in 1995. It took me a couple of years to work out how to make money on the internet, and by 1997 I had a full-time income. Since then I've never looked back. I don't have any employees. I work entirely from home, and again, it was just 11 months ago now, 11 months ago yesterday actually, that I came across a company called My Advertising Pays, or short for m.a.p. And it was my friend, a good friend that I've known for about 5 years, Mark Rebell, out of New York, United States, over the pond there. Hi, Mark. Who sent me an instant message on Facebook, and he said, Simon, you're an online marketer. How would you like to get paid to advertise your business? Now, I've spent millions of dollars on the internet getting traffic to my website, and I can assure you, Google, Facebook, all the places that I've advertised online, they've never paid me to advertise. You know, if I spend $1,000 on Google or pay-per-click search engines, the company don't send me money back. They really don't. Okay, so you have to produce that into profit, and if you don't, you actually go out of business because you make a loss. So anyway, yeah, I decided to get involved. I took a serious look because Mark, again, very serious business person, he doesn't hit me up on the latest, greatest new opportunity. You know, you've probably seen it out there every 30 days, or certainly every 90 days, there's somebody hitting you with a new offer on. You know, hey, you've got to see this is new, and then everybody jumps in it, and then everyone gets bored after 90 days, and then they're into another program. And I don't do that, guys. You know, I only do long-term businesses. Mark hooked me up with the company owner, Mike Dees, and I got to work and to know, like, and trust Mike. For certainly the first 4 or 5 months. I knew what he was putting in place in payment systems, in our product, which is incredible, which is traffic, and then the profit share, which again, over 95% of all the profit is paid back to the membership here. So instead of the Google and the Facebook and the Twitter and the YouTube, all these guys, the guys at the top, the company owners making billions, the members can make a lot of money here now. So again, I was driving this traffic to my website. I started to obviously get this profit share. I'm in a situation now where I've never made so much money in my life. Okay, last month alone, I pulled $104,000. My results aren't typical, and again, over $739,000. Again, in my first 11 months, and that absolutely, it has blown me away. But the reality is, seriously, we haven't even started here. We really haven't. And in the online marketplace, which is worth, online advertising, it's worth $365 billion a year, guys. It's a tiny, tiny income. That if you went to Donald Trump or Mark Zuckerberg or one of these guys who are running these sites, that is a drop in the ocean. That kind of business that we're doing, and we're really just getting started here. 74,000 members at the moment, and it's incredibly exciting. Great product, great revenue income stream with the profit share. And again, I put this Hang On out on tonight to talk to some of our colleagues from all over the world, and we've also got Mark, and we've got Frank also from the US, and Ron. And again, known these guys online for well, various number of years. But what I want to do now is I want to turn the call over to the person who actually referred me to the business, and that's Mark Gravel out in New York. And known Mark, oh, I don't know, over 5 years or so, different affiliate programs. And Mark, if you could just share with everybody, you could turn your mic on, and if you just introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about yourself and why you joined MAPS and your experience with that. So with Mark, good to see you, my pal. Over to you, thanks.
Wow. Well, thank you, Simon, for that incredible introduction. And, you know, Simon has been a very long-standing friend. We've, you know, been at different events together, and Simon's just an incredible leader. You know, if you ever get a chance to watch this guy in action, he really, you know, he's really what every marketer strives to be. He works his tail off 24 hours a day. I don't think the guy ever sleeps. But
I'm addicted now.
yeah, absolutely. But you know, a lot of people respect him, and he's helped a lot of people. And you know, so I look at what he's done for this industry, and you know, we all have the haters out there, but the reason he's got a lot of haters is because he does what people only dream they could do or want to do. You know, while they're out wishing they could do it, he's out doing it. So, you know, I just wanted to stress that and to let people know, although this guy made a lot of money, there's a lot of work that went behind it. So, Simon, to you, you know, he even outworked me, right? I introduced him. But this is one of the great features of MAP. He's able to go out, work harder than I am, and he's able to actually earn more money than I did. So now I'm playing catch up. But I think we all got a long way to go for that. But a little bit about myself. My background is I was information technology. I was going to a job every day, day in and day out. And I guess it was the end of 2011. I was laid off from my job. We all know how that goes, right? And I've been commuting probably 3 hours a day there and back, a total of about 3 hours a day. And I really just got tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. So what I did was I decided that since that layoff happened, that I wasn't going back to a job. Now, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew that I was not going back to a job. I was going to find something on the internet. And I did. I was very successful for a couple years. Well, not just a couple, ever since that day. But along came MAPS, and I had a hard look at it. You know, as Simon said, we got to know and speak with Michael Dees, and we got to really get inside his head and figure out where he was going. And what impressed me most about Michael Dees is that his number one concern was with the affiliates. And I thought that was just great. It was all about the affiliates. And it was all about helping them. And, you know, he took a secret recipe, right, from one of the, well, there's so many motivational people out there, but basically it was, the adage was, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And he really took that to heart. And he's kind of embedded that into the heart of MAP. So what I did was I went to work, and the first person I spoke with was Simon, as he said. Got Simon aboard, along with a few others, and I began to build MAP. And what happened was I got in a bit of a financial crunch. You know, I had a company go down, and really I needed to survive. I don't think many people know my story at this point. I don't think Simon does, but I was basically living off the referral commissions. I dropped my packs down to zero, and I was just living purely off the residual, off the referral commissions. And thank you, Simon, because lo and behold, you got me through a very, very tough time. So to date, I've been able to pull out about $31,000, and then I went to work. Once I got myself stabilized again, I went back to work. I'm currently up to 218 credit packs. Now, keep in mind, I put in less than $1,000 in this business, and those 218 packs have all come from referral and earnings on the profit share. So less than $1,000, I'm up 31,000 in my pocket in the bank account, and then I've accumulated another 218 packs. And I currently have two referrals that are at 1,200 credit packs. So, and all the people that I brought in are also earning money, and that's important, right? It's not about just a one-man show here. It's about a team effort, a collaboration. And, one thing I also want to stress is the product. The product is absolutely incredible. And what happens is a lot of times it's easy to overshadow the product with the money, right? Because everyone wants to earn money. Great. But the product that underlies it, the credit packs, they have 550 views to your website or wherever you want to direct them that are included, that are really the advertising product, along with the ability to purchase guaranteed visitors and banner ads on the website. And, I've been able to build a list, an incredible list, and I gotta tell you, I've never done that in my last couple of years. I've never actually built a list in the last couple of years. I've more been like one-on-one marketing. I've been about, getting face-to-face. So to have the ability to build a list as someone who's not that experienced in list building, create some revenue on top of that, and then help a incredible amount of people, because it just doesn't stop to my referrals, but those referrals and those referrals and so on. So it's been this has just been an incredible opportunity. We're only coming up to the first year, and based on what we're seeing now, I mean, really, the sky is the limit. I got asked the question, well, what would it take for me to make this? Or what would it take for me to make that? Well, really, just go to work, focus on your advertising, focus on your list building, focus on the product, focus on helping other people, and the sky's the limit, right? We've seen people who have made, a few $100 a month all the way up to thousands a month. And what's the ingredient? The ingredient is you just do it, right? We don't talk about it, just go do it. Talk to people. And by the way, one word of advice, when you're talking to people, make sure you're not just talking about the money, not just the fact, yeah, it's easy to say just point and click, and that's true. You can point and click 10 ads a day and create some revenue. But make sure that you're also underlying the fact that on top of that, they're getting an incredible product, and they really should be promoting, whether it's a Facebook page, it could be something as simple as, their social media pages, or it could be a product that they're distributing, or it could be a company that they're a part of and they want to direct some traffic. So I encourage everybody to take advantage, because otherwise, if you're just pushing a money game, it's not really a good thing, right? We don't want it to seem like it's just a money game. There is legitimate product, and that's something we all can be proud of, that not only are we creating revenue streams, but we're also having a very realistic product that actually works. Exactly. So I think that would wrap up, encapsulate what I have to say.
Yeah, well, this is this goes back, Mark, to when you approached me. You sent me the instant message. You never mentioned the money. Remember, I was, I'm a good marketer. I can and promote and sell anything. And the reality is I do promote that right now, my story, to everybody that I talk to. And, we do hotel presentations, and that is lead with the product. You came to me, the message was, Simon, how would you like to get paid to advertise your business? It's stuck in my mind. It's what I coach all my team to do, is lead with the product. The money, don't get me wrong. Yeah, hey, we're not doing it for free. Of course, there's a lot of money on the plate here. However, remember, the product, the advertising product is phenomenal. So, Mark, thank you so much. I can never thank you enough for sharing that with me. And if it had come from somebody else, someone I didn't know, it's another one of them horrible things. So I've got a lot to thank you for. And again, thanks for your awesome support as well. Thanks for that.
Well, I just have to say to you, Simon, thanks to you, because although there not only is there equal thanks, I think even greater thanks, because what you have single-handedly done for m.a.p. All the people that you've introduced, all of the hard work that you put into marketing. I think I could speak on behalf of the panel here that you do an incredible job, and m.a.p. would not be what it is without you. So thank you as well, my friend.
Yeah, well, absolutely, and I think we've got a lot to thank Mike for as well. You know, I call him the god of maps. A lot of people call me the king. Mike's the god because he created, and you know, I think it's just a great tie-in. You know, you get some great markets. You've got to have a great product. You've got to have a great platform. The payment systems. I mean, it's superb, guys. So you know, again, if you're a guest on this, watching this, guys, don't hang around. You know, just get back to the person. You know, if you've seen enough, get back to that person. Get your questions. You know, come and join us. Get your credit packs bought. Click on your 10 ads. Assign your ads. You know, you'll be very happy with what you got. I can assure you. And talking about the product now, I want to introduce you to a gentleman again from across the pond there, you know, in the US, Frank Calibra Jr. Now, Frank is somebody, you know, a lot of people know that I am very, you know, hungry. I work like I'm poor, and I can assure you I'm not poor. I don't want for anything. The reality is I like to make a lot of money because the more money that you make, the more people that you can help. And that's where having the gold watches and the Porsches is great. The reality is you expect when you've got that, you want to see people come through and get that. And again, in my 17-year career, I don't think I've ever seen anything this powerful that m.a.p. has put it together. And it's also got great international leadership. And that's where I want to turn it over to Frank now. Frank, if you can turn your microphone on and tell people a little bit about your story, your background, and the phenomenal results. Don't be afraid of telling people how much you're making, the credit packs, the traffic it's done for you. So with that, my friend, my great pal over there, Frank, over to you. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Thanks for the introduction. And, hey, thanks, Mike, for sponsoring Simon, because I probably wouldn't be here if Simon wasn't promoting this offer. So I appreciate that. And my story, real quick, guys, I come from a military background. And for the past 17 years, I've been self-employed. And I was a traditional business owner for 15 years. And I had storefront businesses. And, you know, when you have a traditional business, I know there's a lot of business owners out there watching this, also on this panel, you know, your business owns you. I mean, you have to report down there every day. You do the hiring, the firing, the training. You get to pay all the bills. And whatever's left over after you pay your overhead each month, then you make some money. And, you know, that's what I had to do to take care of my family, and I did pretty good for myself. But you know what? I figured out that there's got to be a better way to make money in the world. And I started making my transition in 2010. I started to move to the internet. Now, I was never exposed to network marketing before until 2010, and I was pretty fascinated by it, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work for 2 years. Matter of fact, I made no money in 2010 and 2011. In fact, I think I made about negative $20,000 before I figured out what I really had to do. And what I really had to do is I had to build a list. And it's no different building a business online than a traditional business. In my traditional business, I had a customer base. I had customers that came into my establishment all the time. Well, my list is my customer base. Once I figured that out, things started to happen very fast for me, and I started getting results very fast. Now, my experience here with m.a.p, I actually, a friend of mine actually asked me to take a look at m.a.p as a possible lead source, a traffic source, back in March of this year. And I didn't even want to look at it, to be honest with you. But I said, I'll check it out. And of course, I reached out to Simon because I'm only going to talk to the #1 earner in the company, and I've got to speak to the owner of the company. So Simon, connect me with Michael. And I asked Michael all the hard questions. I asked him about corporate structure, compliance, the servers, the backup systems, security of the database, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This went on for like 3 weeks, and I finally figured out, you know what, I'm wasting my time. This thing is legit. This is a real traffic exchange. And I knew what it was. I knew this was a buyer's list. I knew this was an audience of hyper-responsive leads, marketers, and it was global and it was growing. So I knew what I had my hands on immediately, and my strategy was, let me go over to this traffic exchange, let me advertise my offers. I only had one offer back then when I first started because I wanted to experiment on this traffic exchange and see what I could do with this. Now, my results for this one offer that I advertised over on the exchange. And you want to talk about value? I personally sponsored 226 people into an offer, okay? And this was the only funnel, the only landing page that I had for this offer, and I put this offer only on Maps exclusively, and this funnel signed up 226 people on complete autopilot. Complete autopilot, not to mention I was funneling emails from the Maps audience, the Maps database, onto my email list, which is what I teach everybody to do. And, you know, I've made tens of thousands of dollars just from that one offer. Now, I started to experiment some things over there, and I tried different things. Some things did convert, some things did not convert. So it's all about trial and error, you know. Put things in front of this audience that they're going to like. Now, I've got an affiliate product I've been advertising over there for the past 4 months. 4 months, only 4 months. And this, once again, this is the only place I advertise this particular affiliate product, and my sales have gone up 445%, and I get a check from this company every single week, and this check that I get covers 100% of my living expenses, 100% of my business expenses, and there's a surplus of $4,400 a month, and I only advertise this funnel over on the Maps Traffic Exchange. So that'll tell you how hyper-responsive this traffic is. It's the best traffic source I've ever used. I've spent thousands and thousands, tens of thousands on Facebook. I do a lot of pay-per-click on Bing. I do a lot of solo ads, and I still do that kind of stuff, but Maps is the best traffic source I've ever used. Now, I tell people, listen, there's 3 ways to make money in Maps. Number 1, buy credit packs. Buy as many as you can. You want to get to 1,200 as quickly as possible because, number 1, you want to get the maximum profit share from the company, okay? Also, the second way you make money is through referral commissions, and the third way to make money is by taking that traffic, those credits and boosters, and turning that into cash. You take your advertising, turn it into cold, hard cash. And that's always been the strategy. I've been over there 8 months now. I personally sponsored 600 and I don't know what it is, 88 people now. I almost have 900 credit packs, and I'm going to max this thing out before the end of the year. I can't wait to max it out because I want the maximum advertising space so I can advertise even more ads over there and just run them nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Another great thing about Maps is it's always expanding. 70-something thousand people right now in the database. Well, it's still growing. You know, there's going to be 100,000 Maps users. There's going to be 150,000. There's going to be 200,000. Now think about this. How many of those people do you want to get onto your email list? These are the people that you want to be working with, you want to be friends with, you want to have these people on your teams because they're active. They're not sitting around thinking about making money. These are the doers. These are the shakers. These are the movers. These are the people that you want to be working with, and it's global. So that's my Map story. I mean, this is the greatest traffic source that I've ever used. I'm not going nowhere, and I can't even imagine what 2015 is going to be like. This has been an exciting year. I'm already at almost at $61,000 in 8 months, and this thing is still in the infancy stages. We haven't even started to scratch the surface on where we're going to go with these things. So I'm really excited to be working with all these people in here, Simon, all these leaders, and you know, there's so much room for growth here. It's phenomenal, and you know, I'm just excited where we're going with this whole thing.
Well, Frank, absolutely. I can hear from the enthusiasm, you know. Where do I sign up again? You know, I want to sign up again because that was a fantastic story that you shared with everybody, and I really appreciate everything that you bring for Maps is phenomenal. Again, you know, I know you've got a massive team, a very hungry team. You've got systems in place for not only everybody in the North America, but globally. And I know you put something together for me also in an automated system that I'm going to be putting out there as well. So I want to thank you for everything you do. I appreciate everything you do there. It's great to have you part of the team. So again, guys, if you're a guest, you're watching this webinar, get back to that person who shared this with you and come and join us. Seriously, we're going to help you every single step of the way. It is phenomenal. So with that, okay, I'm going to stay over in the US because we have got another, well, we have got Ron on. Yes, we've got Ron. I'm not sure you're in the car there, Ron.
Yes.
Hey, Ron. Hey, great to have you aboard. Great to see you there. My friend, you know, I know we've known each other for a good number of years and we're Facebook friends and things, and it's great. And again, if you could just introduce yourself and a little bit of your story and how Maps is working out for you, that would be great. So I know you're in your car there. Tell us why you're in your car.
Well, great. Thanks, Simon. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Okay, great. You know, I'm in my car because I wouldn't miss this forum for anything. I'm honored to be amongst this group and to give back to the community that's been so helpful to me. And to you, Simon, thank you so much for all you've done. You know, I don't want to go in too much and just repeat things other people have said. I want to talk about a couple of things that have struck me about Maps. One is the freedom it provides, because you know that it works. That's the end of the day story. You don't have to worry about Maps. It's reliable. It's there when you need it. And people on this call and other people I've talked to have been at different points in their Maps career, situations where sometimes you have to dip into that account you've built up. But you know, one of the things we don't talk about too much with Maps is it is like a savings account, in the sense that when you put the money in there and you buy those credit packs, not only do you get the great traffic that the other guys have talked about, but it is literally like money in the bank. And there are times when, for strategic reasons or need reasons or whatever it may be, it makes sense to go ahead and tap into that reserve. And there's nothing better than to send in a withdrawal request at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and have that money on your PayPal account by 11, 12 o'clock that same day. I'm not kidding, folks. It's an amazing situation, because we all know there's a lot of imitators out there. We all know that there's a lot of businesses that have come and gone. But to have the confidence in something where you can build a future here, and you can put your money, you know, into something that is not only building traffic and not only building a career for yourself, but it's also a ready-made bank account that just keeps growing like a monster. It's truly amazing. The other thing I want to talk about, also kind of related to that, is an integrity issue, because we've all been, I know on this panel, and many people listening have been through different companies that have come and gone, and unfortunately we've all seen them. When you get to know Mike Dees, as I've gotten to know from early on, I've been involved with Maps for almost since the very beginning. Simon reached out to me, I believe, on the second or third day this thing launched almost a year ago. And of course, when Simon says, you know, do some, I just follow that old saying, and when Simon says it, I do it. So I jumped in, and the next person I got to meet very quickly after that was Mike Dees. And you know, if you haven't got a chance to know him, and of course Tony and Lynn and all the guys, the admins, Margaret, and all those folks that are helping behind the scenes, you'll see something in this company that is unlike anything else out there. And integrity is maybe the best way to describe it. There's probably a number of other words, but I'll just focus on that word for a moment, because these folks have done what they said they're going to do. And sure, is there hiccups? Absolutely. We've had a couple along the way. I've never worried, because I know the passion that Mike has for this business and the other people behind it, and we get right up and running and just keep on going. And there's a long-term vision there, and it's creating a situation where we all get to earn not only money right now, but also a vision of a future. I know my advertising pays is going to be here 10 years from now, and if for no other reason, I get to hear Frank say "money" a few more times, and it makes my whole day. So I'll keep it brief and turn it back to you, Simon. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you, Ron. Thank you so much for, you know, you're pulling aside there. I saw a few cars driving in the background. It's just absolutely fantastic. You know, we're in the, you know, in the UK here, and you're over there in the pond in the US, and you know, the internet, it's a small world, isn't it? And you know, I've been over to the US, you know, 8 times in the last couple of years. I love it over there. Absolutely amazing place. So again, Ron, thank you so much for being here and sharing your, you know, your story with us. And again, looking forward to the ongoing years that it's going to be here. And you know, Ron mentioned something very important there, and that was the. You see, I knew you long time. And what we have here is a long-term business. You know, we've got a product worth billions. It's online advertising, and you know, when you've got a product that is in massive demand, and then when a business realizes that he can get paid to add his business, it's a unique concept, guys. It really is. So we've got a win-win situation, a massive in-demand product, and as long as people want to make money, and let's face it, who doesn't need more money? You might not want the $1 million incomes. You know, you might just want to make a couple of thousand. You know, Mark was struggling. You know, Mark Robert in New York, you know, he was struggling. This business, that couple of thousand you know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month is kept him surviving. You know, it's paid his bills. So again, this company is changing the lives of thousands of members from all over the world, and we really are just getting started. And if you want to make the $1 million incomes, then you can certainly do that, because again, you know, you guys already know, you know, I'm hitting that number now, and a lot of people are pushing through and coming through. And with that, what I would like to do now is turn it over to, because some people out there are thinking, you know, what about beginners? You know, I've never made money online, so I'm not sure I can do it. I've joined many programs. I want to bring a beginner on this time. This is Peter Lee. If you could turn your microphone on and tell your story. Now, this is a massive story, guys, because Peter basically, you know, he was with me in another company. We won't mention any other company names, but I know, you know, it spent about $5,000, and we met at another seminar, and he struggled. But rather than me share his story, Peter, if you could share with everybody, again, your background. Your story is a phenomenal story, because you are a complete beginner, and I know you're well over 6 figures now in your first year. That's remarkable. Peter Lee, over to you. Thank you. Share your story. Thank you.
Hi. Is the mic working? People hearing me?
Yeah, just to everybody, Peter's a little bit of a beginner, and it shows again. You'll see it. I'll never forget your first video, Peter.
No, it's what Simon says is true, and people actually ask me this. I was chatting to someone earlier, and believe me, I only learned to copy and paste 2 years ago, and you know, people laugh at me about that. My 11-year-old son set up my Skype account, and I was a money broker in Tokyo. The money markets absolutely collapsed, and you know, loads of us lost our jobs, and I had 5 months in Tokyo while my son finished school, and I came across online marketing. Sort of became fascinated by it, which still amazes me to this day, because you know, with my knowledge of computers, and I did a lot of research and spoke to a lot of people, and in the end I had to dive in, and I got involved in a company that promised me training, and I followed their training to a T, and in 3 months I think I had 1 opt-in and 0 sales. And then I'll never forget, it was between the Christmas and New Year period, Simon contacted me about my advertising pays, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't really understand about traffic and all that, and I liked it and got involved, and the first thing I thought I'd do was apply the training I'd had before to my advertising pays, and literally within the first week I think I'd signed up 15, 20 people. In fact, well, if I was as computer literate as all you guys, I would do a screen share and show you that one of the first guys I signed up is now on, I think, 579 packs. And I just sort of ran with it, and I didn't get the repurchasing angle of it, and I didn't get about advertising products online, and this has been such a learning curve for me. And you know, I hit 1,200 packs in, I think towards the end of April, and the good thing about this is, with the research I've done online, I'm not going to say that online marketing can be very, very hard for most people, because it involves paying a monthly subscription for that, and if you can't recruit, naturally 3, 4, 5 months down the road, if you're paying $100 a month, people are going to go, why am I in this? With my advertising pays, from the first day, people are logging in and seeing money in the account. And I mean, I have guys who start with 3 or 4 packs who are now maybe on 20, but they're loving the business. No one's complaining or people want more, and it's just really amazing that. I mean, I had someone who's been involved for 6 months who sponsored their first person maybe 6 days ago. That first person bought 10 packs, and they were over the moon. You know, they'd a $50 commission, and it's. I don't know what to say. As I said, I've gone about it like a bit of a bull in the china shop, and
well, the thing is, you did you have a list? You had no list, no marketing experience. And
so the only list, as I've told you this before, was what my wife used to give me when I used to go to the supermarket. And I mean, I actually had dinner with Simon maybe about a month ago, and it was only 3 or 4 weeks before that I got an autoresponder. And you know, a lot of times I used to get a little bit embarrassed about asking these questions that people said, and I wish I had asked it. You know, what's an autoresponder? And I'll be honest, since I've started using that, it's got me a hell of a lot more business. But the good thing about my advertising pays is you don't have to be an internet guru. You can invite a friend round your house, you know, flip up your laptop, show them your home page, and go, here are my numbers. Look at that. And they're going, what do you do? I mean, I've done it in the meetings. Mate, you know, I made a joke at the last one that I said I'm leaving my advertising page because I've been sent something that I've got to do zero work for. You know, put in $50, and 2 months later I'm going to earn $100,000. Unfortunately, it's not out there. But you know, with my advertising, you do have to do work. You have to click on 10 ads. But you know, I actually like clicking on the 10 ads. I often my 24-hour cut-off period is about 11 a.m. So I click on some in the morning. But I will often click on ads on the traffic exchange in the evening. Now I'm a bit more involved. I like to see what's out there. If someone's got a catchy headline, I'll blatantly steal it and use it for one of my ads. And you know, and there's lots of stuff. I mean, you're talking about the traffic exchange. Myself and my wife were talking of going away 3 or 4 weeks ago. Sorry, months ago, and there was a hotel advertised in Devon, which for all the people across the pond is an area south of London, a beautiful boutique hotel, and I booked that hotel, and it's I'm still learning. I'm still I mean, I've recruited, I think it's 350 odd people. They're not all active, but I've probably got about 60 people who are active. I've got one member on 1,200 packs who's there, and it's and I'm still an absolute complete novice. It's you know, I'm getting quite excited about how good this can be for me next year when I actually learn the things. You know, I still get a little bit of a buzz out of copy and pasting, which for all you computer gurus out there must make you laugh at me. But that was you know, Simon, I didn't have an email account. I had a company email account, which I would check every 3 months. That's when our bonuses were paid. And I would often get told off by my boss for not checking email updates. But that's, to me, what it was. And I've stumbled into this. And when people sign up, I pick up the phone. I explain what a bit. I was speaking to a guy in Texas tonight. And, you know, and that's what I'm doing. People email me, and I'm like, can I have your number? I said, because, you know, I don't want to email. I'm a face-to-face person.
Exactly. That brings me to a good point there, Peter, because you know, in the UK, you know, we've been putting on a lot of events over here in London, especially, and you've been at them events, and I think, well, I mean, I think we'll all agree, you know, them events has taken our businesses and our incomes to another level, that face to face, where you know, whether you're on the phone or certainly in front of them in a presentation and a training, and then our incomes, we're even doing a training next week. So again, that's taken your business because now, I mean, your income's phenomenal. I mean, you're a new guru. You don't know that. When you actually learn, seriously, when you master the email marketing, Peter, I'm serious. You know, you'll go 7 figures, no question about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is about, you know, people like Simon have helped me a lot. Richard Mead has, you know, given me a lot of help. But people, you know, one thing I'll say, when people are asking how to get started now, I'm like, whether you started with 1 pack, 10 pack, or 100 packs, within 7 days, you have got a story to tell. You can go to people. Here's my screenshot. Here's my homepage. This is what I've earned, and it's. I mean, I also say to people as well, you're not going to be sitting in a coffee shop, and two people are going to sit on a table next to you and go, "Wow, I wish there was an online business I could get involved in." And, because that's not going to happen, people. You do have to be a little bit proactive. You've got to say that to people, you know. Or, you know,
Absolutely.
you know, you're on a bus and people's going to go, "Wow, you know, you've got any ideas how to make an extra income?" You know, that's people aren't going to come to you.
Yeah.
You have
Well, this is
to
it.
do it.
Well,
But,
listen, Peter, that you know, it's great. We're going to have to move on because we've got to, you know, got to
yeah,
get.
no, sorry if I've monopolised it, but
No, it was great to have your, you know, again, having you part of the team. You know, your story and background is one of the most fantastic stories out there because a brand new person, never made money, and then all of a sudden, you know, I know you're just shy of 200 grand now or something like that, which is phenomenal. Again, results aren't typical, but it just goes to show if you work at it and you know, you do. I remember seeing Peter's first video. He did one of the upright ones, you know, instead of, you know, and it was
I'm
like.
not telling you,
But anyway, we have a lot of fun also. Again, if you're watching this out there, guys, get back to the person who shared this with you and come and join us. Seriously, this will change your life. You just have to take action. We've got everything set up for you. And again, I do have to give you a warning, okay? Making money here, seriously, is highly addictive. It is a highly addictive business. So what I'm going to do now, I realize, you know, looking at the time here, I'm going to turn it over to one of our ladies, actually, Josette. We got Josette on. Can you turn your microphone on? Okay, Josette is again doing phenomenal things. I think she's originally from Malta, lives in the UK. Great to have you here, and I see you got your cat here on camera as well. Absolutely awesome, great. Josette, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and you know, why did you join MAPS? And again, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simon, for having me here as well, and also for being with this group and also being with MAPS. It's a great pleasure for me actually to be in all of this. A little bit about myself. I am a therapist, and I have been doing this for quite many years now, for 30 years, and at the moment, I was working a lot, like I was working like 12 hours a day, and I was always looking for something on the internet to find some alternative because I wanted to reduce my hours and maybe one day walk out from this. Until I've seen some of your emails that you were sending me, and what most attracted me was like 100% of the people make money because I have joined other programs before, and always, every time I join, you have to spend money before you start to make a dime. And it was okay, but it wasn't brilliant idea because you could never go anywhere. So that's why I stayed in this, in the industry I am in. And to be honest, I have started online, looking and searching many years, and I've started this like since 1996. So I know all the stuff out there. but also was engaged into what I was doing, and I stopped looking and searching and learning until I found maps actually. And I think this is the most thing I kind of applaud myself that I have actually joined because I never look back. One thing I like about joining maps as well is because when I joined bought credit packs, I have never lost a dime from maps. You join and you make money from day one. Never such a program there is out there. And I know this. I've been online. I've tried many programs. I've lost money, and this has I've never lost a dime with this. So thank you, Maps. Thank you, Mike D. And also with the referral things as well, what I liked is because a lot of people when they try to join Maps, they say, "Oh, I can't do like you." I had no list either. I joined Maps with no list, and I was busy doing my things as well, and I just log in 5 minutes a day, and that was Maps for me. But 3 months later, after I joined, I realized that I was making money, but also if I could choose, I could choose to get referrals in, and in my head, it wasn't just getting referrals; it was for me helping people out there, and that's what I'm doing at the moment because there's so many people they don't know anything how to use a computer, and I don't want those to be left out, to be honest. So that's why I'm doing everything offline.
Well, thanks, Josiah. It's great, it's great to have you part of the business. I know you're almost every single event in London, and again, you know how easy it is. And again, I've always said it. Hey, you don't have to, you don't have to refer, sponsor, or sell anything here on Maps. You don't have to do that. The fact is, seriously, when you're making money, it's hard to keep it a secret, guys. It really is hard. Seriously, you will not be able to control yourself because you will see money going into your account. You really will. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is, thanks for that, Josiah. I'm going to turn over. We got Claire on as well now. Claire is again another one of our special Diamond members. 1,200 credit pack. She's maxed the profit shares out. Claire is also one of our speakers and trainers at our events here in the UK and the hotel presentations we do. Absolutely wonderful person as well. I know looks like she's got like these earmuffs on. So these are great earmuffs. Claire, over to you. Thanks.
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me or not? Because I don't know how to unmute. You
nice.
Can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Excellent. I'm on my mobile phone, you see, so I was a bit worried whether you could hear me or not because I don't have any Wi-Fi connection. So the sound's okay, is it? Give me a thumbs up, Simon.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nice and
Excellent. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm a online marketer, but I'm also a mummy of two. So I've got two lovely children, and that's my full-time job. So I've got a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. My journey into being self-employed started when, just after I had my little girl, so about 4 years ago, I was looking to make money from home because they were my priority, and I wanted to basically spend more time with my kids. So I didn't want to go out every evening to work, and I didn't want to work and leave my children with somebody else. So it was really, really important to me to be able to look after them, but also quite important to me to be able to earn some money for myself. And I was thinking about it today. When I started, I was looking to earn 50 quid a week. So that was my expectations when I started self-employed 4 years ago. And in the last 2 days, I've withdrawn $1,200 from my MAPS account literally from 2 days only. So I've completely blown my original target out of the water. And a lot of that is down to mindset. So a lot of that's down to personal development and mindset. So about 2 years ago into my self-employed journey, I discovered daily personal development, the law of attraction, and things like that. So that's my passion. That's something that I'm really into. There's also a personal story behind that because I had postnatal psychosis 8 years ago. So I completely lost my mind, had a complete mental breakdown basically, and had to retrain myself, retrain my thoughts and my beliefs. And then when I got into that into reading about the law of attraction, The Secret, 2 years ago, it just completely blew me away, knowing that our thoughts and our feelings really do create what happens in our lives. So something that I'm very, very passionate about is working on yourself, working on your own mindset and your personal development, and that is something that I really try and help others achieve as well, and especially my team and anybody else that reaches out to me, trying to encourage them to work on themselves and get themselves into alignment as well as working on their business. And I even, a couple of months back, put together, because I've got about 180 referrals now within m.a.p, so I put together a guide for other people to help them gain more referrals into their business as well. So it couldn't be any better at the moment. So I test that universe. Can it get any better than this? I absolutely hope so. So thank you very much, Simon, for this opportunity. I won't waffle on too much because I know we've probably gone over the allotted time.
Claire, no, we've got another 10 minutes. We've got another couple of people to hear with. Claire, absolutely fantastic. I've seen the change of you, you know, from the early events to where you are now, and seriously, it's not even started yet. What you've got coming to you is going to be phenomenal. It is a mind-blowing, seriously is. Right, so thanks for that, Claire. Now, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go over to, actually, well, we'll stay here over in the UK. I've got another very special guest on, Vitalia, who is also a Diamond 1200 credit pack owner very recently, and this is someone that I actually met. Again, it was another an event, an affiliate event, and again, little did I realise that she'd never made any money online, and she got started with m.a.p. She'll tell her own story. But Vitalia, if you could turn your microphone on, that'd be great. And again, I know she's from Russia, but she does live in the UK. But again, I'll let you'll be able to tell by her accent. So with that, over to Vitalia. Again, just share your story, Vitalia. Where you're at. How did you get to 1200 credit packs? Go ahead.
Wow. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much for inviting me again to the hangout. I'm feeling really thankful. Thank you so much, and lovely to see many other people which I never met before. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good day, whatever you are. Well, a few days ago, I hit 1,200 credit packs, and I am a Diamond member, and I'm really feeling like shining like a diamond. I never made any money online. I joined one opportunity before. I lost for 3 months. I lost money, but because of this opportunity, I met Simon. We met in Florida. Even actually, we never spoken, but actually, kind of, we've been hanging out in the same mansion, and then we connected through Facebook. And 10 months ago, he called me and he told me, Vitalia, you must try this. You know, like how many people approaching you and you kind of skeptical. I said, I have no list, I have no experience, I never made any money. I said, Vitalia, you have to do it. Well, I never look back. Now it is 9 months and 3 weeks since I joined m.a.p. I bought 71 credit pack, and a few days ago I hit 1,200 credit pack. I can't believe it. And yesterday I've done my first withdrawal, and it's already hit my bank account. It just within 8 hours. It just like no problems. It just, and it feels amazing because when you've never done it, that's the most incredible feeling. If you have no experience, no list. In my background, actually, I wanted to say I am just a graphic and web designer, but I was not involved in online marketing, and I'm also a full-time mom. I've got almost 13 years old son, and it's also kind of full-time job as well for me. Well, I mean, thank you so much, Simon, that you called me, because now everything just changing in my life. I'm having like, it's just dream. And also I never referred anybody, but people just joining me, and I never contacted anybody. Just people say, Vitalia, what are you doing? What is all this about? You're always so happy, so excited. I go, well, I can't sleep. I am excited. I'm just crazy about m.a.p. I love m.a.p. And everybody around me, everybody talking about only m.a.p, honestly. And the traffic exchange. Oh my God, I made, I think, $7,500 from traffic. And I have no business to promote, so I joined m.a.p not for traffic, for making money, but actually it worked out. I got $7,500. So, and also from this traffic, I managed to go to my dream holiday Maldives as well. It's all thankful to m.a.p and to Simon. Thank you so much for having me, and have a lovely evening, guys. Just join m.a.p. Don't think back. Honestly, you'll make money on the first minute you just join.
Well, I mean, what a very inspiring story that is, Vitalia. And, you know, this is what's happening, guys. You know, if you're watching this out there on the internet, you can see how this company is changing people's lives. I mean, Vitalia, again, never made money online. She's hit the magic 1200. She's cashing in big time. You went to the Maldives and had a wonderful holiday, and I did see the pictures. It looked incredible there. And again, there's thousands of people, guys. This is just a few of us on this hangout who have been focused. And again, Vitalia, again, you have been laser focused. I have to take my hat off to you because you know, some people look for the next opportunity. You know, they get a little bit bored and they think, man, you know, what's this kind of thing? And they jump on another, and then you know, they get bored and then looking, you know, for another 30 days later or 60 days they want to jump on another program, and it's not going to work like that, guys. I can assure you. Okay, you know, you want to be loyal, you want to be focused. This company actually pays you every 20 minutes. That daily profit share it's shared out to everybody who's got credit packs and who've clicked 10 ads that day. And obviously the maximum you can buy is 1,200. So we're going to support you all the way to do that. And I can assure you, when you're hitting that, you're going to be getting a huge amount of traffic, and you're going to be making a lot of money, guys. And then what happens then when you hit that level? You make even more, because seriously, when people see that you know what you're doing, the kind of money you're making, you just attract more. Money attracts money, okay, and even more will flow into you. So, Vitalia, thank you for that wonderful story, brilliant story. And remember, you're just getting started. And I know you just hit six-figure income also, didn't you? So again, not even in the first 12 months, you've already hit six figures. Wow. I think also Claire at the same. So great stuff. And again, 2015, you wait, it's going to absolutely just accelerate. It can only get bigger, this company. Okay, so looking at the time here now, we have got a few minutes, and we've got one person to hear from, and this is somebody who's become a really close friend of mine. And again, you know, we did a bit of business several years ago now, and I know, Richard, you went your own ways and did a few. You just get your microphone ready on there, Rich. And then basically, he responded to one of my ads. You know, this is a business, and I do put a lot of ads out there, guys. And again, you know, it just helps you make more money. If you give, yeah, you receive back. Okay, to receive here, and that's the Lord of the you know, the Lord of the universe. But anyway, Richard responded to the ad, and lo and behold, it was one of mine. And now, Rich, you are also very hit that mad diamond 1200 level, and I know your life is changed. Richard brings a huge amount. He's designed an absolute phenomenal point of sale, professional sales material. I know we have this check of mine done up and things. Rich, over to you. A little bit about your background and your story, and again, how is your life today, Rich? Over to you.
Hi, Simon. Thanks for that intro. It's fabulous, and it's wonderful. I mean, being on 1200 is unquestionably a game changer. It's right up there with breathing for me. I just love it. Every day, just watching the money coming in. Not that I spend any of it at the moment because I'm too busy working with m.a.p and my team. But yeah, I mean, I think Frank has inspired me in this call. It's the first time that anyone's gone on in such a positive way, especially from the States, and Mark as well, about the actual products being, you know, the actual power of the advertising. It's just so incredible. It excites me more than everything else about m.a.p. And I've just got to say, it's just, what do you do? I mean, the products I produce, obviously I advertise that in the m.a.p exchange, and that's doing great. But I've advertised several other products, just ordinary ClickBank products. Bearing in mind, I've never been involved in this industry before, and I've made thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. I think about $14,000 just in ClickBank product sales. Obviously, the Wealth Ball line is now doing really well. I've got a lot of people from m.a.p obviously buying into that, and point of sale material is absolutely critical. So yeah, I just love it. But just one point I wanted to really make today was the friendships that have been just great friendships that have been built, and it really is like being in a family, a completely separate family of people. We have a great social life when we get time, which is rare, but we do have a great time. I can't wait to go to the States and meet Mike early part of next year, and obviously we'll be hooking up with Frank and Mark as well. I'd love to think we could do that. So but some really strong friendships. I've run multi-million-pound companies before. One business I had was turning over £100 million a year, which I sadly lost. But that business tied me. I think I had 112 staff at one point. Massive tax issues, insurance, rent, rates, all these hundreds of things that we have to pay for in business, and the pressure of it. And like Frank said earlier, there's just got to be an easier way. I now have no staff. I don't pay any rent. I don't pay any rates. I work from home. I pay my taxes. I enjoy paying taxes. Next year I'll pay a huge tax bill, but that's fabulous, isn't it? Because that just means I'm earning huge amounts of money. But I'm not paying other people's taxes, and that really pleases me. So long may m.a.p continue. I know it will be here in 10, 20, 30 years' time. My business now is making this business work so that my children and my grandchildren don't have to work as hard as what I used to have to work. Not saying that we don't work hard. We work hard, but we have fun as well. So that's just a brief story of me. Back to you, Si.
Thanks very much for that, Rich. And again, I want a big thank you for bringing again the professionalism, especially with that point of sale material of Wealth Bowl, which is phenomenal. You know, again the banners, the posters, the T-shirts. I mean, everything there. I know you come to all the events and people can get that from yourself. So that's superb. So I appreciate that, Rich. And again. Never made money in this kind of industry before, and hit the magic 1200. I mean, it's just great. And don't we have some fun? Do we have a good time? You know, we hang out as well. We have a lot of fun, guys, I can assure you. Okay, yeah, we make a lot of money, but we have a great time as well, I can assure you. And you know, Rich, you were just talking about the traffic, and this is to everybody out there watching it. Just another story I want to share with you guys is one of a person that I referred to m.a.p's, Richard Wareham. He actually is a UK guy, but he lives out in Italy, and he actually this is a result from the traffic that he did. He put an ad out there for his mortgage business, and he had 2 inquiries, and one of them he had to turn to bridging finance, okay, and that resulted in a £40,000 commission. Now, in US dollars, this is all over the world. That's around about a $60,000 commission that he got from you know, from a customer that came from the traffic exchange that m.a.p provides, guys. Think about that, £40,000 commission. I mean, I nearly said to Richard, what business you're in? I think I need to get in that business, you know, to make that much commission. So that, again, the story that I want to put out there for everybody is we've got a business here that's long-term, okay? People say, well, you know, hey, is m.a.p going to be around in the future? Well, the reality is, the fact is, nobody actually knows. But here's my answer to that question. Okay, do you think Google's going to be around in the future? Do you think Facebook's going to be around in the future? And remember, and Twitter and YouTube. Okay, probably. As long as businesses need traffic, and as long as people need and want to make money, I believe this company's going to be around, okay? I really do believe that. So again, I'm going to basically now give this a call back to Dennis. Thank you, Dennis, for putting this on for us tonight. Again, just a message to everybody out there, whether you're in the US, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in anywhere in Europe or UK, it doesn't matter where you are, even Africa, okay? We've actually got a Diamond 1200 member in Africa, actually, again, Victor. So again, everybody out there watching this, okay, just get back to the person who shared this hangout with us and with you, and come and join us, guys. Come and join us. Seriously, though, okay, the warning is it's highly addictive. So with that, Dennis, over to you. Thanks for putting this on. Cheers.
Okay then, folks. Well, I think you can probably see that was a pretty incredible lineup of, you know, some fantastic business owners and business builders who've been able to turn this advertising platform into a real success. And probably the best thing to do is to watch this several times over, so that you can obviously see the individual stories. Maybe try and contact those people if you're looking at m.a.p's for the very first time, or obviously importantly get back to the person that shared this.
Dennis, can I
Sorry?
Dennis, it's Peter. Just before this goes, can I just share a very quick 30-second story?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I meant to say this earlier, and I digressed. I got a guy involved in maps. He started with 7 packs and didn't get it, and didn't really get it. He bought another 13 and all that, and 10 days ago, and he got about 25 packs. He said to me, look, I've told a friend of mine about this, would you mind coming to meet him with me? We met in a local hotel at lunchtime, we had some coffees, I explained it, the guy liked it, and the guy turned around and went, okay, yeah, I'm going to come in for 150 packs. It was a true story, I'll send the figures. Now this friend of mine who was on 25 packs, when he walked out, and he didn't really understand it, and he went, it took 2 or 3 days for it to go through with VX. He had to whitelist his card. He called me up and he went, something's wrong with my balance. Apparently there's $750 gone in there. and I went to him, Mark, that is from the guy who's just bought 150 packs. and he went, I just thought he was going to start like me, Pete, with 10 packs. And all of a sudden, since that, he has phoned me 3 or 4 times a day going, can you meet this guy? Can you meet that? And even when I told him, but he called me up, he went, I've checked my balance this morning, and it's, you know, $789. Where's it come from? I'm like, someone's bought 150 packs, Mark. And all of a sudden, he's like, seriously, he's called, and he's just running around, and he expected this guy to be the same as him. And we run it, and this guy went, I like it, I get it. He went, yeah, I think I'll start with 150, and yeah. Sorry, I meant to say that earlier, and I don't, but you know, what a great story. And this guy has just woke up.
Brilliant.
When he had that, and saw $750 come in. And he called me up, and first of all he said, "Is something gone wrong? Should I take this money out now before they take it off me?" And I'm like, no, Mark, it's all yours. You've earned it, buddy. So,
brilliant.
Anyway, I meant to say that earlier. I just thought that was a great story. I meant to put it in earlier. And anyway, absolutely fantastic hangout, speaking to everyone, and you know, hopefully that was a great story to end it on.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that's actually taken part. I'd like to thank Claire. I'd like to thank Frank. I'd like to thank Josette, Mark Grobel, Peter, you know, Vitalia, Richard, Ron, and of course Simon for basically, you know, talking to all of these other people. And the important thing is to look at your own sort of funnel that you've actually got, or even if you're looking at current events where you can actually get to meet these people in person, look them directly in the eye, and then find out, you know, if this business is really going to work. And that would be myadvertisingpaysevents.com, which is very, very important. Getting to the events is a key thing. I know that it was one of the things that helped my business, and I'm sure that it's helped everyone's business that's actually moved here. So I'd like to thank every one of you for participating, you know, volunteering up fantastic bits of information. And of course, the thing is try and spread this out to as many people as, because I'm sure it's going to be valuable to them. So again, thanks everybody for joining on to the call.
I think Mark's got something to add, Dennis.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
if you wouldn't mind, just a very, very parting comment. I need to give a shout out, and I would just be gobsmacked, I believe is a term you guys use, if I didn't put a thank you out to my very good friends who were friends of mine long before m.a.p came into being, and they are the reason actually I'm in m.a.p, and that is Tony and Lynn. You know, they do an incredible amount of back-end stuff for all of us, and they spend an incredible amount of hours at support tickets and of course the withdrawals. So I had to make sure I got that in, and thanks for your indulgence for that.
That's okay. Well, hopefully, I mean, that's absolutely right. As Mark just said, Lynn and Tony, both the corporate side of My Advertising Pays in the UK, have been, you know, they're able to support, and that's the great thing. You can actually then call these people up, they're more than willing to help you out. And this is the thing about a real business, where you can actually get to connect with people, and they're friendly, and going to be giving you bits of information that can help you move your business forward. So with that, thanks again everybody for being and participating on this call. I hope you've actually found it insightful and useful, and tune in again when we have our next call, hopefully next week. So thanks again everybody for joining, and that's good night.
Good night, guys.
Take
All
care.
the best.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
Take care, guys.
Good night, everybody.